Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Laurie with me. We've just beaten Manchester City 5-1 at the Emirates. 5-1. I know you didn't scoreline predict that at all. You didn't see that one coming.
I didn't think any of us saw that coming, to be honest. But hey, listen, man, what a performance. For me, without any shadow of a doubt, Arsenal's best performance of the season. And wow, that's all I can say. Scintillating stuff.
Scintillating stuff for real. I think from minute one all the way through to minute 90 or 95, I think, or 93 or whatever the added time was, you saw Arsenal with a different mindset. They seemed like they at it. Obviously, there was a wobble when we conceded to make it 1-1. Saliba losing his man, and Haaland scoring a good header there. But like you mentioned, best performance of the season. And what do you think that's down to? Because you said you didn't see it coming. I think a lot of fans, if you spoke to them before the game, would never have predicted a scoreline that, there's 4 clear goals when it comes to it by the final whistle. What do you think was the edge to it this game? Is it just the fact there was the whole stay humble air and all this stuff? Is that really the determining factor for the result?
You know what? I definitely think that had something to do with it, because I'd actually predicted that Arsenal would win by the odd goal. And part of the reason for me, don't forget, City were coming into this game in pretty decent form, especially in the Premier League themselves. And I thought it would be a tough game. I nearly said that. I knew it would be a tough game, but of course it wasn't. Yeah. But part of the reason why I was predicting that we would win was just because of those factors. The fact that, the game at City, all the stuff that went down there, to be humble, who the F are you, and then Gabriel saying, wait till you get to the Emirates. And it's just come at this time. The stars have aligned where we need a result, they need a result. And I just thought that might be the difference. But we blew them away in that second half, man. And, you don't see City get done like that. I think their previous heaviest defeat came back in 2017, and that was by 4 goals. Wow. So to do that to them today, man, was just...
So where's the credit lie for that? That's the real question. Is it just on the players and manager? Like I said, is it the whole build up to it? Because you're right, City, their form... Listen, we know this season hasn't been what it has been in the past, but they are historically known from this period on. They kick on. This is where they go on long unbeaten streaks. And they've just been slapped 5-1.
Yeah, like you said, they've not been in their best form this season. But you've got to remember, Cecil, coming into this game, they'd won their last couple of games in the Premier League. They won the game in the midweek against Bruges. Okay, they were all goal down, but then they came back and won pretty convincingly in the end. So coming into this game...
Were they favourites?
I wouldn't say they were favourites, but a lot of people saw a hard-fought game. It could go either way, is what I heard a lot of people say. But today, Arsenal were on it from the start. Odegaard got the first goal. Good assist provided by Havertz. I mean, when Havertz missed that chance...
Let's talk about it.
A lot of people were saying, oh, man. And I was saying in the studio, saying, you know what? Let's give him a chance to redeem himself, because that was the first opportunity he had. We saw in the midweek with Partey, he was at fault. Well, partly at fault for the... goal conceded against Girona, and he redeemed himself later in that half when he got the penalty. So I said, give him a chance. It's highly likely if he sticks at it, he will get another chance. Well, the goal he got was better than the one that he missed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the finish was...
But does that frustrate you a little bit to say, my friend, you had the whole goal at the time. It's harder to even miss the target than hit the target. And you've done that, and then you have a goal. Your goal that you score, you've taken like a pro that slots away goals like that, like with his eyes closed.
Yeah. And I was really pleased for him, man, because obviously there was a lot of disappointment at the miss. We all had little bits to say, but fair play to the man. That's what you do in life. That's what you do in sport. When things are against you, you have to dig down deep and come back, and that's what he did. And he was just part of it, though. I want to say that today. And we were speaking about it on the stream. Shout out to you, by the way. I thought you did a very good job as host.
Take it.
I thought the whole team today, man, I couldn't really separate them. There were so many players out there that played so well. Declan Rice played well. Partey played well.
Declan Rice got awarded, by the way, man of the match from the Sky Sports team.
Okay. Well, I could see that, but then there were so many other players that, you know what I mean? And then you had the contributions by people like Wanyeri. Mars Lewis-Skelly, what he did today with the celebration. It was just the perfect day for Arsenal today, man. So shout out to the whole team. I thought they were brilliant, especially in the second half. And also I want to say that for me, that was their best performance of the season. And you kind of, I don't know about you, but after that game today, I'm kind of come away with the feeling that the Newcastle game now is very winnable. But not just that, I'm getting a renewed sense of optimism.
If Turkish was stood here, and big up to us, a very good friend of mine, he would be saying, let's not get carried. Is it fair to say not to get too carried away, or Or is it something you should say, no, do you know what? There is something to believe. What have you just watched there?
Exactly.
There's something to hold on to believe in. Or would you say, I'm getting a bit carried away. Maybe that might be the feeling for now. Tomorrow I might have a different feeling. Or are you on that?
Turkish, right, is my good guy. I've known him for several years. And you said, yeah, he's a good friend of yours, he's a good friend of mine, but he's also the most miserable bastard I've ever met. He will probably find something. He'll probably start moaning about the transfer window tomorrow. But anyway, all jokes aside, the team, we got to give the team today and the manager, let's not forget the manager, there was a certain Erling Haaland telling him to stay humble. Well, who's humble now? You know what I mean? So, yeah, shout out to the manager of the team, everybody connected with us, all the fans. I'm sure they did a great job today. I could see what they were doing in the stands there. It's the perfect day, and like I said, from what I'm seeing today, the energy that I'm seeing after today, I think going forward, it's a good thing. I'm not saying that because today we're going to win the league, but what I am saying is, don't you feel that energy?
Oh, you're speaking to a man that lives and breathes in the moment.
About vibes and energy and stuff like that. I'm feeling it, man. So if we can pull a blinder in the transfer window, I mean, tomorrow's going to be a big day for the transfer window, then listen, man, things are looking up.
Well, I think that we kind of got to go there on this instance now, because I think the renewed sense of energy, I think with the fact that you don't know what's going to happen on Newcastle on Wednesday. It's a big ask, let's be real. It's not easy. St James's Park, they're going to be fully up for it as well. They're going to have seen this result and said, we're in for a tough game. But after this, there's word and rumour that Arsenal go on this winter break, they go to Dubai. And again, historically, City kick on in this period. We went on a great run last season, especially off the back of a Dubai trip. Maybe that is, if we get through as well, this is a start to better things to come. And that's, as an optimist, that's what I hold on to. We've got to talk about the window. You spoke about Turkey, said he would be saying, you're talking about the transfer window. But do you know what? On all fair and right and fair play to him, because you've got to question that now in a sense of, the owners or the club might look at that performance and think, Man City, you lot scored 5 and you're going mad at us to sign a striker. Yes, that is correct. And they should be.
We were joking about that in the watch-along, saying that, it'll be an interesting conversation between the Cronkies and Arteta after this game. They'll be saying, hey, man, you really think we need a striker? I mean, you just put 5 past City. But no, we definitely need to try and sign a striker or a forward player, whatever the case might be.
Even off the back of this performance today,
hell yeah.
Does it highlight any more in any? I mean, you can go to the Havertz miss and say, look, but again, the rebuttal will be 5-1 against City is quite a high scoreline.
No doubt there'll be some people saying that, but listen, we all know, all of us who watch Arsenal week in, week out know what's needed, and I'm hoping against hope that the club will be able to do something in the transfer window coming up tomorrow. It closes, as we know. But listen. That's that. I think as far as today's concerned, we should be very happy, should be very proud of the team. And like I said, the big thing now for me is that the sense of optimism that I'm taking on this. The game against Newcastle now looks very winnable. I mean, that might not age well.
Yeah, it may not.
But listen, I'm just telling you what I feel right now, and I'm sure you're the same. And like I said, going forward in the league, even leaving the Carabao Cup aside, today was a statement win, Cecil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man City are a very good team. They've been outstanding over the years. Yes, you're right, they've not been at their best this season. But no one else ain't doing that to them, what we did to them today. So listen, man, it's good.
Final word to just round up quickly. What are you most proud of today from Arsenal? Because there's a lot of emotion in the studio from what they saw today and a great win. What was you most proud of?
That's a very good question. Obviously the win, first and foremost, the 3 points. But I think to rise to the challenge. I mean, there was a lot going into this game mentally, like I said, with the whole noise before what was going to happen. City were mad up for it. You could see that at the start, you know what I mean? To come away and not just beat City, but to thrash them, to smoke them in that way so decisively. Like I said, man, it can only be a good thing moving forward.